everybody watching me, the good, the bad, and the ugly watches me. They all watches me. But let me tell you one thing. There was a story I heard some time ago. Armed robbers came to somebody's house and raped his wife. And 3 weeks later, they were caught. They raped the wife before the husband. They raped this woman before the husband. Do you know what? And God overran them. Just about 2 or 3 weeks later. Mmadụ zuo ihe gị na gị ndụ gị at the same time. Two things ka onye ahụ napụrụ. The person has stolen a generation. And let me tell you also before I go further with my message today, what keeps you is not your smartness. What keeps you? What keeps you is not your smartness. What keeps you is not your money. What attracts divinities to you is your conduct to another person. Your blessings to humanity. One of these days, you will hear me teach. Some of my teachings, my message will be here. Okay, Kene Ambrose, well, for your welcome. Now, you must mind what you do. You must mind what you do. On that particular day, this thing happened. There's one mistake I made in the morning hours of that day. And when the authorities behind me saved me, the God I called, when they saved me, the first picture that appeared around me was hold on, let me block somebody or suspend you. As I'm on live video, whatever you get from me, you take it. So, there's one mistake I made on that very day. Somebody told me something, and that thing was wrong. And I okayed it. I didn't take my time. To check that thing again. This person told me if it was right. On the phone, I supported it. So later, when I left the scene of that attack, I went back home. I was now thinking, if anything had happened to me, what will God? Sorry, it was a mistake. I'll correct it. I'll correct the threat. So, when I got back home, I began to ask myself, if anything had happened to my life, what will I tell God and nature? Only that particular thing can hold me before God. I had to caution my feelings. I had to caution myself. You don't support certain things because the person involved is your brother. The Holy Spirit around you, let me put it that way. The spirits around you leaves you because of one thing you've done. I'll take my time to send certain messages. Be defied. This one said, "Oga, what is your work?" Do I need to tell you my work? I don't need to tell you. Some of them ask questions not because they love me, not because they have any job, any contract, any business to do with me, but just to get clear information about me so that your plans can be perfected. Before I go further, I am going to arrest one young man who laid a comment on my post here, on my page here, was duly registered and reported to the aírŕèst authorities. And for your clear information, there are people they still carried on that very day. And those people are still with them. They've not heard from them. So you be very, very mindful of the things you say. So my network is bad. I don't fake things. This guy said, according to his comments on my live broadcast, on my the video I dropped on that very day, I had an attack, series of comments, but I kept quiet. But I'm going to use one person for example. When you be arrested, people will not even know. I won't talk about it on the social media here. You will pay dearly for this. The guy said, I have vowed with my life that no matter what it takes us, we'll make sure you go down for this. And blah, blah, blah. So many other things. I don't want to read completely so that he doesn't understand. Then there are other comments I equally got from so many people here on that day. Or anyway, people called my attention to it. And by the response of people, my fans here, some of them went and deleted their comments. But God was so kind to us. We were able to screenshot their comments. Some of my fans screenshotted their comments and showed to me, forwarded to me on WhatsApp. But that's by the way. All right. The invitation I posted on top of this very live broadcast is an invitation issued by Akuanarata. And the picture you see me cycle down there, the person's face I cycle there, is Akuanarata's secretary. This guy is still active in work there. Right now, he's in Akuanarata's compound, operating instead of Akuanarata. Now, there is a man, they built 759,000. Well, let me call the man here. This man was summoned there, and he went there 2 times. Akuanarata and this is secretary billed this man 700 and something thousand naira before they will look into the matter. 700 and something thousand. Hold on, let me call the man and see. Let's call him here and see. It's a visa stuff, and I'm not supporting anybody to eat any person's money. Once they give you money for visa, try and deliver the work. But according to the explanation of this man, I wouldn't judge completely, because he came to me first that what he said is true. I don't want to believe in that one in the aspect of visa. But it will interest you to know that Akuanarata never treated this matter. He only billed this man 700 and something thousand. Hello, sir, can you hear me? Yes. I'm calling you from a live broadcast now.
Okay.
Egoleke is Akuanarata bill Rugi?
My bill is 759,000 naira.
759,000.
Yes.
Before they will look into the matter, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then how many times can you grab on a shrine? Yeah. Okay.
On 28th of January.
28th of January. That first day you spent at something thousand. Where but anime there?
I spent at something thousand. But okay, we boiled the case to 15th of February.
How did you get adjournment?
Yes. But the money made the shrine. I was spending about 10,000. 10,000.
You're not gonna the shrine, you're not drop 10,000.
If I
And when you had the game,
I was substance with Kaikai. I am more there. And I must come back. When I'm there on 15. And if I don't come, and I will die. Me and my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just hold on. Now, everyone watching me here now, let me give you one sense here. I continue saying these things here, and many people don't understand me. Did you hear the man say that they gave him a substance to drink, right? They gave him a substance to drink. This man, Amari Hobo. Okay? Now, I don't want to stress this particular matter too far, but just know that it could be, let me tell you this thing, get this sense. That is why when I am on live section here, if you like, let your hatred overrule your understanding. It is your own cup of tea. But when you decide to learn and accept the gospel truth, okay, God sees the need to increase your knowledge the more. That thing they gave to this man to drink, in my name we poison all slow poison. It may last for like 60 days before boom mad. But within the space of that 60 days, all the nambrogo, it is in roots. If you come back before that day and settle that matter, they give you something that will dissolve it. After much abracadabra, and say na here about oath to show that name Soludo. After you pay, this one is first. At first, in response to their invitation, you pay 759,000 something according to this man. You get what I'm saying? Okay, let me block this idiot. Come on, get away from this page. You know, me homage. Shibawa that place. Come on, get away from here. Any ugly comment, I buy you off this page. Ndiara. That thing if this man now about poison. In case anything he made this man, you will not understand what these people do. You will not understand. So this man now ought to go for test. These are the same way Akuanarata go recover those corpses here from a shrine here. Kai, you won't understand. Hold on. Akuanarata go secretary. I asked the man to send me the number because Akuanarata go secretary kept calling and threatening this man. The next day, Secretary Akuanarata go. This one red is Akuanarata go secretary. So I'm calling him right away. That's in this man now, but poison. These are the way. The number I connect. What are you kidding down email? About the number, it could be that as I am on live now, they are watching me. We are the problems. Our problem. As I'm on this live section now, if for example, this man did not come, do you know how far that slow poison will penetrate all over his body? Now, what would you tell me to leave the matter, make the man know that? Don't worry. But I'm going to do back. I'm going to be. There are things I know. I didn't just come out. As I am on this live video now, do you know that somebody here will be watching me? They will be giving Akuanarata information immediately. That is secretary will get information immediately. That's why the number is not going. The number of Akuanarata secretary. In case if the authorities in Anambra State needs the number, at least to track this guy. This guy is still operating in Akuanarata's compound. Now, the number of Akuanarata secretary. This one this algebra. Hold on, I will call you back, sir. I will not forget. Now, in case they need this Akuanarata secretary's phone number for tracking or for whatsoever, the number is 090 47 63 58 and 44. I repeat the number again. The number is The number is 09047635844. So let me call this man back first and give him this idea now. But I know what to do because I will still find my way to see this man one-on-one. This is exactly what they do to people. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Now, when he get now,
Yeah.
while I look into this, go and run tests. Came out the content of that thing they gave you to drink in their shrine. Help me and do this thing. It's very, very important.
Okay.
So, do you see, if you can have people, those corpses in there for there. Do you see what these guys does? At what point? Do you know what happens at Akuanarata's place? There are places they sell things. I don't know what is wrong with people. See, learning is one undisputable source of free knowledge. You have every right to learn. You have every right to learn. This is the way life is. Hold on. You have every right to learn. You know one thing that baffles me about people? The same people who comes to the comment section and bully Governor Ezioku. At Akuanarata's place, if you come, they will keep you there. People will be coming. Mandos na ona agworo ogwu. Ndị ọ ga-akpọrọ ga na-agworo ha ogwu. Some youth na-abịa na ha na-aba mmụọ na ha na-aba mmanwụ ka ha nwee ike na-ebute ego. There's another letter somebody sent to me day before yesterday. They summoned that one at Amadi Ohozozo. One dirty elderly man there. Sino ya majishi arosenka. By the time they give you something to drink, the thing will affect your kidney. Now, do you know one thing I discovered at Akuanarata's place? If you go there, if they summon you or you came there for anything, this is how there is no place you can buy something around there because all they are on a certain lonely place. Now, if you want to eat anything, you can never see where you buy anything to eat. So you are left with one option to buy from the things. You buy something from them and eat. Practically, if he gives his children signal to sell for you, please, how would you know if that pea biscuit you are buying from there or if that Coke? I have shown you on the social media here before, and I think I'm going to repeat that video again. A sealed can Coke, can malt. Do you know that these people, there's a way person fit still put poison inside canned beer? I have practiced it on camera. I don't do this camera several times. I expose different kinds of poison. How did they do it? I even give you the permission. See, go buy goats. One of the things why I don't teach you, or buy fowl. Tap root away from ground, roots, herbs. One particular or 2, 3, 4, 5 different herbs. Each of them go buy person. Just a drop of it go buy like 100 persons. I've said it a couple of times. I've taught people. Nobody is paying me for these things. This page is not monetized for those cookies who talks out of point. You don't pay me for it. Nobody is paying me for these things. Except sometimes some good friends wakes up, Governor Ezioku could take this. Some good Ndi Igbo. That's all. Nobody pays me for these things I do. Because if you have sat in the classroom, learning these things. You'll be paying money, you'll be paying transport to come there, but because it's free of charge, so you see it, you take it for granted. You take it for granted. A very minor thing. Maybe no onye abịara onye ewetaghị ego ahụ. A stage wegi with idea till mgbede. Ama na agụrụ ga-agụ gị iji ịzụ ihe. Ịma na anụrụ gị inside. Gwa ụmụaka na text message or ịma na ịbata some shrines. Just like church. The way si enye information. Data. The gig man ọsha bịa n'azụ gị kwụrụ n'azụ oche. Ị gaghị ama na ọsha enyego the prophet signal from back na ọ gị nwa bụ onye dị ụta uju. Henceforth on this page, I will not be tolerating any form of fake accounts. Immediately I see it, I block you. Immediately. So they can give signal to somebody on WhatsApp. Everybody now should cooperate. On WhatsApp, you won't know. If you go to buy anything, the rest of the give poison on email. Elaruzie we nwa. Asi no maka na ikwere nkwa na arụsị ha that you did not come back. You're welcome, and Bishop. You won't know. Share this broadcast. I am fine. You won't know that you ate poison at first there. Onye ahụ wee nwụzie, eburuzie kọsụ onye ahụ butakwara Akuanarata ugo. Wetakwara Akuanarata ugo ego ụtasịarị ewu. You can call me on WhatsApp, brother. My number will go on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp call. So this is the way he gets and goes about harvesting those corpses. This man just said it to your hearing now. They gave him something to drink. On a Ghana shrine, on a drop 10,000 ever, 10,000. I say Biani Runka or drop 10,000. Gave or drop 10,000. When you leave, Akuanarata and his cabinet goes back and collect the money. And let me tell you, if you are from Okija, don't be offended. Nobody is fighting your community. Nobody is fighting you. Let me tell you this thing. Do you know that most of the times Akuanarata lies with the name of Okija people? And as far as I know that people of Okija, not everybody will support those kind of abnormalities he does. Do you know that some monies, ego jonya ebos onage, he will say no ego obodo, no ego village, no ego community, no ego jemenka. He will collect that money. The innocent people of Okija does not know what this guy is doing to the community. They don't know. Many of them are hearing this truth now from me here. Call 2 or 3 persons. They have summoned there. Ask them. That's 700 and something thousand. They will tell you this one is for 500 is for community. What? If the community if they are completely involved, the judge can never do that. These are facts you don't understand. These are things they do. You may not really understand. If what I am doing network is bad, but I think I'll leave this. The network is really, really bad. But before I leave this live broadcast, I must complete my message. So if what we are doing is not hitting them hard, why then would they plan our lives? Why then would they start planning against our lives? You got to be very, very careful. They have eyed many through this format. They have eyed many. You will not understand because you are far.
you will not understand because they can offer. If you are closer or deep, you will understand. Tomorrow or next, if I have chance, I'll be able to expose so many things you need to learn. One good thing with what we are doing here is, even the enemies are learning. If you say, see, poison is the most silent way they buy people worldwide. That is why if they come occasion, politicians hardly eat, except they go close to somebody who is in bond with them, or they watch you eat that food massively. Are you hearing what I am telling you? Those of you where they go occasion when I go open mouth wide they eat, you forget that, or you think because you have problem with somebody in Lagos and you are in the east, the person cannot do anything to you, or you had some problem in the village and the person is in the village and you now you are in Lagos, you think that they cannot extend it to you. And when there are certain invisible networks of coordination, except that person gets close to you. Mark my word.
So, finally, before I leave this live broadcast, Akuanarata, the man is someone on our shrine in Denke Visa. He below 759,000 naira. He had something Congo. Gauka got to me, see, she make cash on that man then do. Because I am aware right now, we are aware. And this matter, the man will be guided. This matter will be brought to the apex authorities. In case anything made this man, this is the only thing that will bring me now to Oka. This is the next thing that brings me to Oka. No matter the security advices to me and thereabouts, I did my high day again and people who knows me, I'm wagging and me. But Obo, it may to jump. There was here for you. They prepared. They highly prepared. Anything to every inch pin you try through now, bam. And may take my time find there out a bushibia. And then find there out. And then they may respond to anybody on camera. Don't do that. If I find out the same way she peer for tanebe, may see the same way peer chogoso. Otako wade. It is survivor the fittest. When I was born and I started growing up, my dad woke up one morning and told us, "Namara if Ota is a biowa, Ota Kamarination." When a woman is pregnant, and when boy I say, "Na no more than one." Say, I feel me orugo de moamo, orugo monwa. Aha. Came almost as normal nabali. Suddenly, a child came forth, and the same way, suddenly, a child leaves the earth. The activities you see on the social media, you see some of us trying to correct errors, and because of their dimensions, they want to protect some of these things they do. They need to go extra miles. They need to go extra miles. They need to go extra miles. You that is busy defending what you don't know. On camera, try these things I do for 6 weeks. They check is here how many kg in to get for. If there's no God on our side, then the enemies would have devoured us and get celebrated. Somebody, I wonder how people reason. Somebody who is educated will leave his own coast on a matter of kidnapping. And you'll be on the comment section telling the person that he wish the own
and you think the person, my kind of person, will just fold my arms and keep quiet, even if I don't respond to you at the comment section. More taking it or take at all costs. At all costs. And then they may reply out of anger. Slowly the heavy rain falls. Now let me tell you one thing. The wise does. Let me tell you one thing the wise does. Let's say, for example, you have crusade in Ngopala. And I see that people felt that I am your enemy. Oga, I will do everything. I will do everything to protect you. I will do everything to protect you. Okay, take for example. Sorry for mentioning your name. Sorry for mentioning this name. Very, very sorry for mentioning it because I'm not supposed to even talk about that anymore. Take for example, as Ogechi is now. Do you know that if Ogechi comes to Ngopala, if I am in Ngopala, I will make sure that they protected Tilela without telling any human being. Number one, in Achon while you are trying to correct an error, do you need to commit any offense? While you are trying to put corrections in certain things, do you necessarily need to commit any offense? When you do see Aku come to Ngopala to grade the clear bushes and all that, making his videos, God Almighty be me witness. The number one person I pray for his safety at that point is him. I must pray for him to be safe. Because actually, what are these people bringing? They are bringing development. Even though the approach of some persons around there, around the evangelist may be wrong, that does not qualify him a bad person. This is the way life is. If you are smart and intelligent, like nothing will happen to you now and I will start rejoicing. All of you is a lie. So far that thing is trying to cross over your life, I will never be happy. As I am now. Aqua is in detention, right? Akehit is in detention. Oese Jesus is in detention. Over the night, I prayed for them. I prayed for them. God bear me witness. So, do you see how I weakens the target of the enemies? I praise for them. And above all, I wish them knowledge and freedom. Remember, I said first, knowledge. That they may learn, that they may say this is wrong. That they may, you can imagine that video Oese Jesus made that day. If Oese Jesus had come out and apologized on the video and said, "Niade sorry to our women, to our people, he's very, very sorry for any videos our people in their bottle or for encouraging the home those things instead of trying to claim right." Believe you me before God, man, try this thing I'm telling you. Immediately, I will just look away from him. You won't hear me talk about him again. I won't even respond. The truth is, do you know why people go to church for confession? They are trying to tell God and humanity that what they have done is wrong. And they need a second chance. Asking for a second chance in everything you do is allowed. That's why a judge has every right when somebody has committed a capital charge. The judge has every right to say, okay, instead of sentencing this person to death, I am giving this person 5 years imprisonment. Nobody will question that person. Nobody will question the judge. It is the judge's right. And if the judgment is not okay with you, go and appeal. You go back and appeal. Orukwa there, this judge may state why Oji show onye mercy. Judge pay yota. The people there will say, as God pleases. Otako wade. When somebody conceives change and starts demonstrating it, your eyes will be on that person. No? But you see, sorry is one thing. People, once your pride overrules your humility, you are finished. Ability to say I am sorry, tender an apology to people. Once you know 100% that this thing you have done, go back and check. Then while you're also committing offenses against people, be very, very careful. Because there are extents you cross in one's life that the person may not forgive you again. That is when somebody has crossed the Rubicon. When you cross the Rubicon, take for example, Iburu nne na nna mmadụ or Iburu mmadụ. Elachikwa egana agwakwa ụmụaka ya na ụmụ agburu your father. They can never forgive you. That's why you mind what you say. Because unwise, if you put them out to retrieve them back, kai. That's why each time I make mistakes in my utterances, if you watch me, I goes down in the spirit. Before I say anything to you, I needed to say it to myself first and think about it. This is the way it is. In clear notes, without sense of humility. Wisdom is very, very important. Wisdom is needed. For example, Akwa, what kept Akwa where Akwa is now is not because Akwa got money from his native doctor activities or thereabout, no. It's not because anybody is envying Akwa, no. There are more people. Oba has rich people. Anambra State got billionaires in Igbo land. Enugu have. Do you know that Anambra and Enugu has billionaires? Even Abia State has more billionaires than Imo, where I came from. This is not a joke. I know they tell you super story. I see inclusive of Abia State, they have more billionaires. And I begin to ask my people, hence Anambra has billionaires, genuine billionaires who became so rich out of their genuine businesses. And I begin to ask my Imo brothers, why are you carrying computer about? Since emulating people is very, very good and it exalts people, why didn't you emulate from the core businessmen and Amribe to them and make up for them? These great people who are into business, they are billionaires, well respected, because they're built from the scratch. If we don't take time, we'll remain slave forever to Ali. No, okay, Okoro. Let me tell you. You say, make I not carry this mind to go to them. Forget, I just the preacher. I just the pre. For me, if me and you don't get issues, I know they trust you again for life. I will forgive you. But you see, trust is killed and cancelled forever. Not to talk of now that I see things. I can forgive you and go my way. I will never trust you. Even my child in the nearest future, even if you become president, I will tell my child to still be careful around me. Don't you know it's a mistake? Imo has billionaires. I'm telling you that these people understand my English marking. I said Abia has more billionaires. Forget noise. So the network was bad. Let me tell you, in Imo State, if you can't businessmen, people who started from the scratch and they made impact to themselves, after orange drug, who one count now? Who now will one count? People are doing businesses, so they are doing well. I said, when it comes to billionaires, you see the 3 states I mentioned, they have more legitimate billionaires more than Imo, where I came from. So if you feel bad as only Imo State, JMA invest in a business about one. Moko live pride, oh. Moko live pride, oh. Onye kage kago. Moko live pride. Person way pass you. Me nyere onwe ha aka. Ndị Anambra, ndị Enugu na-enyere onwe ha aka kara ndị Imo State. I know they tell you super story. Chief priest again. Enya kwoku businessmen, I man and they are from scratch. A business, a brand, you know. Can you compare orange drug bugo de baba? Ni mwanye. Tony Chukwu Hanabale. You can't talk, you can't carry us, just compare. When God na Benega find the out yam na gwage. Go to Cotonou and find out. It's an almost Sunday Kuran Docha, Bunde one of those castans I ban a moto in thousands na Cotonou. Ndabrebando Hofia, name Arodin na Facebook. They are not here. What Tanya Gala Kayota? Imo State anya bo no bola politics ba ono bola ba na politics enwe ihe anyị na-akọ nwe that is why all Anambra State ka ị ga-enweta somebody is richer than the governor, an individual man ka state governor man ndị chịlachi before makwa how many billionaires ka ha eji ego na Anambra. You can't just do any this thing for Professor Charles Soludo is doing today to these people. He can't just stand up and do it all alone. There are billionaires. Same when they are ha bo anogoro ku edumuro ha ba ya ba. I say this is wrong. He's bringing dent to our name. That's why he's doing it. Those billionaires are not saying anything. You that is selling crayfish is now talking. He's now threatening Soludo. But in your area, somebody is in charge. I know they tell you super story. Professor Charles Soludo didn't just stand up and decide to fight this evil. There are who is who in Anambra. Na Enugu, even the governor of Imo State, gave us a meet here at Eze. You have more Enugu, you go there. You have more on Anambra State, you go there. Just push it out. Take all day. Onye na maronye ke ane bido bero. Makano kwa mari bezia. Ani dreba mbo. If ani bugare, ibe uliri ego, ibu moto. If you see one for you to Imo State with 10,000 GLK, see us as 10,000 fools na ba GLK. I know they tell you super story. Joanna anye by mechara invest the business is I maybe before anya bawa GLK. Manonya Anambra, a typical Anambra businessman, non Alaba International. There is a selling down at choice. Mano wanya na atia. Okwa Anambra. A gan a rate in a day in a week. Enyegi all billionaire overnight. They are not on Facebook or Facebook page. This thing man I got born in internet now. Somebody no nima Alaba. When some part of Alaba International Egano or Idumota market, a man with a network. Even CMS ask people, you know go get network. So which time then get to come for Facebook? Whether Facebook does this now when they reach us, then look at them. So I want every need ijebambo genuinely. And the reason why you see these people, the reason you see these billionaires today in Anambra Banket is they deal with these efulefus now, but they are trying to dent their own name. These people knows how serious they worked to get money, to become rich. Genuinely. Many of them, they are not, they don't even know that they are rich. Obono and Agagwa hand at Onya away billionaire, Onya the rich. They don't know. They don't know. Go and look at the story Seahorse narrated the other day. How he started. Today God blessed him. The Bible says, and I shall bless the works of thy hands. God did not say I shall bless the okite you carry. God did not say, and I shall bless the okite you carry. That omenala you want to run back to. Hey, open your eyes, open your ears. The preacher who goes about preaching to those on the pulpit is here. In days of that, this Soludo is now practicing Ihana, but omenani, the original omenani in Igbo. In those days, do you know that people don't just answer name? Your name cannot change from your lineage. It's a mystery. One day I'll teach about it. In Igbo culture, your name does not shift from your lineage. Do you know how people answer name? Today you're answering. Do you know the reason why you're not answering? In Ngobala, in my community, there are powerful families. If you mention the name in Mbise, you go various families. Okere family, Mmayani family, Enyoha. If you come to Ngobala and mention Enyoha, Enyi, Enyoha on Mbise. Enyis, Nangobala, those kind of people, Kereke families and thereabouts. People are being directed according to the strength and the good conduct of their forefathers. That is why Oba's family in Anambra State, people can never stop answering that surname. It is in your own village. Why are everyone answering that name? Do you know how many thousands of persons who now answers Adeleke? Great grandchildren, extended families, their daughters, once you marry from Adeleke's family, if they get to your own family, once they put your name, maybe your name is you people answers and Namane. That lady who comes from Adeleke's family, if her name is Cynthia, she will put Cynthia Adeleke Namane. She would want to retain that Adeleke. Do you know why? The conduct of the owners of the original name Adeleke. In Anambra State, when they mention seahorse, they say, seahorse, so product to the man anapogia afaya. Are you getting what I'm saying? In Igbo tradition, once they mention your father, they say the Onya Bobianuju. Nke nna ikwu ọsọ mụrụ, nna ikwu ọsọ eju oke ọsọ nke ọ bụ ka ọsọ nke ọ bụ asị ọsọ nke nna ya na-arụ isi mma mgbagbo. They describe your grandfather who is in the grave. He's been exalted as an ancestor according to his occupation. Okere ngwo, okay, nna ikwu okere ọwụ okere ke okere nke ọ bụ asị onye abụ nwa dị okere na ajọ nwa dị okere nke ọ sị do okere ngwo na okere ngwo ke nna ya na-akụ na ngwo. Are you getting what I'm saying? Your grandfather, your great grandfather was one of the best palm wine tappers those days. Just as that man who taps palm wine today in Enugu, he's making impact with that true palm wine. He drives Benz and built mansions in his compound. Are you getting what I'm saying? These are the work God has called us to do that we've not even started, and you are planning against our lives. You're wasting time. Just like Ota Akwakokonona, Akuanarata address in the Oba. As an address, you know why? His conduct. ABC Transport. Just name a house, then ABC Transport. If you go there real life, his compound and that of ABC. If you go real life to go and verify, that person's compound and that of ABC Transport is not close. But he's using that person's name as an address. Why are you using it? ABC Branini, you will not use his name. You are using the name of a good and a well-conducted person. Even from using his name alone, you have wished to become part of his life. I'll leave this live broadcast now. The network is bad. So Akuanarata to go. And those people who poses as bad image to our society, come on, take a change, take a shift. Ndị Igbo loves you. Ali Igbo loves you. Ihe ọbụla ị na-ere, gaa n'ime afịa. If you want to know how powerful ndị Igbo dị, Igbo emeli gị eze. Go to Alaba International or Idumota Market or anywhere, even in Aba. Just bring one product and show to our people, see ihe a ka ị na-atụ. You know what will happen? All the businessmen in that line will come. Nah, you're going 5 ka m ga magodi ha. You're going 5 ka m ga market yara gị. Ndị ọsọ ahịa ekwoju gị. They will make sure ha ga-asị gị ka ị mee ka ọ banye ahịa. All of them will support you that good product abanye afịa. Can you imagine? Asị na akwa na-emere owe import out of ego ndị o butara. Wepụ aka na gwọ ọgwụ nka and have employment capacity. There are things the government will look and they will consider it now. Anything now, his workers and thereabout. Are we planning to create more insecurity or thereabout? I believe if he comes out of this mess now, he will learn. He will learn seriously. Akwa is an influence to Ndedibia. It's an influence to so many native doctors and thereabout. But if he changes right now, do you know thousands, millions of people who will turn a change immediately? They will have a new belief. That's the way it is. Akuanarata to go, this your conduct is not a job. Na ihe ga-eji na-azụ ụmụaka gị, ọkụkọ ha ji esi nne bụ ka igbutara ndị mmadụ. Ụmụaka gị wee na-eri ego ewetara n'ozu ndị mmadụ. Onye jiri efi wee kwa ọnya ya kedu anụ ọ chọrọ ka ọma. Onye jiri enyi wee kwa ọnya ya kedu anụ ọ chọrọ ka ọma.